soon, and it's warm up here.
It is warm up here.
Mm-hmm.
It is warm. It's kind of one of those muggy days.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Feel like you could be in the South.
Yes.
In April or May. May in
the
South.
South.
May in the South is not like
August in the South.
August in the South. Woo! I tell you, you don't want to be anywhere near Georgia.
I told you my Pittsburgh experience.
I think you did.
Yeah.
You just were like wet the whole time.
Oh no, I was there and it was 97 degrees and foggy. It wasn't full-blown rain.
Oh,
it was just like
icky.
Foggy.
Ugh.
And I remember I was at the airport, the doors open, and I was looking and going, I'm not going out there.
Nobody wanted to go out.
No, I'm not going out there. Yeah, I was like going out to the rental.
It's like when you push your cat outside the door. Go on!
Going out to the rental. There's the rental car lot. I'm like looking at it going, nah, no, not going to do it.
The what is it? What do they call them? The high caps or whatever pushing you.
Yeah,
out.
it's
there
just
you go.
no.
There you go.
No,
okay.
not gonna go there. So it's not quite south weather, but it's a bit muggy for here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and I think actually our cable audience is with us now, so we have to welcome you to the celebrated nightly news of Calaveras County.
And we really appreciate you. We'll do our obligatory Vanna White, the nightly news of Calaveras County.
That's right.
Yes, behind door. Oh, wait.
No doors.
No door.
No doors. This is John.
Good evening.
I'm Sarah. So thank you for joining us again.
And tonight
is we get to tell you what to do tonight.
Yeah, it's the entertainment special show.
Exactly, where we get to tell you what's going on in Calaveras County this weekend.
And there's a lot.
There is a lot. There's a lot going on. But first of all, we have a couple of little news stories.
Couple little news pieces. And you may have, this is on the fire last week. You may have caught this in some other places as well, as they did arrest a teenager for allegedly starting the fire last week with some firecrackers.
Exactly.
Outside the pool.
Exactly. So that was...
Luckily, no significant damage.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Because if he has to work off the cost of fighting that fire with his paper route, it's going to take a while. But then with due process needs to fall through. I mean, this may be nothing, and it may just be so...
We'll see.
We'll see. But there was an arrest made in that.
There's another we'll see, actually, from Dana Nichols over at the Stockton Record. And we always say we love Dana. He's a consummate journalist. And an article that was published in the Stockton Record today referred to the fact that Dr. Gary Johnson was brought up on formal accusations filed by the Medical Board of California for practicing medicine while intoxicated on prescription narcotics.
Oh.
And there has been no date set as far as the board hearing, but he was actually practicing out of Mark Twain St. Joseph's Hospital in San Andreas, and his privileges were actually revoked.
Wow.
Or suspended. I'm sorry, they were not revoked, but they were suspended on March 22nd. So apparently he was verbally abusive to staff members and has prescription drugs that he cannot account for.
So I guess that if we do the news while intoxicated, is that...
Well, they can't bring us up on formal charges because people can just turn us off. And it's not life-threatening, is it?
It might be to the viewers.
We're not advocating turning us off, and we will not do the news while intoxicated.
We won't?
No, we're not giving you any cheesecake at all.
Okay.
And I do have to tell our viewers, the reason why I say that is because John ate some of his, cousin's cheesecake?
Quite a lot, in fact.
Quite a lot, and was actually...
Over one holiday.
Pulled over for driving while intoxicated because of the cheesecake.
Yes, and it was no ossifer, it's just the cheesecake.
Exactly. So, anyway. And Arnold Rotary.
Arnold Rotary, last night, the Bear Valley Development Company for the new Bear Valley Village, which owns the Lodge and also the Hill, made another presentation at Arnold Rotary last night at the Avery Hotel on the development plans. And also they made another one today in Ironstone at the Angels Murphy's Rotary. So their road tour continues, and we did tape last night's presentation, so we will have that up on the site later. So if you're looking to see the latest and greatest on Bear Valley, a couple of things that came out that I didn't catch when I was listening to the presentation last weekend is that a couple of the delays that they have are based on feedback from last year, because they're actually now doing a swap with the county for some of the parking lot area. So I guess there has some zoning amendments because they're actually doing some things with Alpine County. Because they're actually going to be constructing one of the structures on top of an existing parking lot. They will maintain the parking because...
So they need more parking. Well, but they'll have a... Don't they have a dual-level parking garage scheduled to be built?
Right, but I guess they're... You know, it's interesting because, I mean, they need covered parking. The parking's lot you wouldn't think of. You go up there during the summer in Bear Valley and there's like huge lots.
Yes,
and
but in the
how
winter...
could there be parking problems? But in the winter...
Obviously
there is with all the snow. So I think all the covered parking will be a welcome...
definitely
thing.
A welcome,
So it's all going to be
addition.
It's all going to be covered.
And this year, are they going to have the chair going from the village all the way up to the ski area? Is that next year?
Probably start construction on that next spring, or maybe even the spring of '09. Because I guess this one is. It's going to take 2 cycles to complete, and one of the things we heard is
because I know a lot of people are looking forward to that chair.
It's going to change everything. Yeah, it's going to change a lot of stuff. And that's a chair that we run year-round as well. It will take you up to the lift, back down if you want to take that type of thing. A couple things they learned when they built Polar Express is, I guess there are some, because it's on Forest Service land.
Yes, it is.
So you have to make accommodations for migratory things for animals and things like that. And I guess there was a finite time. They have to wait until I forget what animal it is.
The herds actually migrate.
Yeah. And so one of the things is that's why it will probably take, because take them 2 seasons to do it.
Exactly, because they need to look at the cycles of the
because Polar Express, they finished in 1 cycle by the hair of their chinny chin chin, and it is a 5,000-foot lift, and the village lift will be an 8,500-foot lift. So that's why they're thinking is, yes, if everything aligns right, yes, they could get it done in 1 year, but not likely, just because of the length of it. You know, it's probably take 2 construction cycles, and with the construction up there in Bear, you only got X number of months to get something done.
Otherwise you'll just have to wait till the next year.
You'll have to wait till next year.
And actually that's it for our news section, isn't it?
One little thing on
one little thing.
Yes, on also Arnold Rotary last night, they made a presentation to Ross Alford. They published the Mountain Chronicles there, but in this he was acting in behalf of the Cedar Center Business Association.
Yes.
Because they presented the old peace pole, the one that if you're following local news, the one that got cut off and damaged, and so they're actually going to put the old peace pole and the new one's in White Pines Park, but the old peace pole, or the replacement one, is in White Pines. But the old peace pole, they're actually going to put mounted up on a stone base and everything, and put it in Cedar Center.
Oh, that should be nice.
By the stage.
Amphitheater.
Yeah. So
amphitheater stage. Well, that should be good.
You'll have so that will make the Cedar Center
a new peace pole
more peaceful.
Okay. On to entertainment for the weekend. Actually, it's a full weekend. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All day Friday is Dale Leightonen's artist reception, and this particular artist is
the Manly Art Gallery.
The Manly Art, the engineered landscape, which is showing actually all weekend at the San Andreas Main Street Gallery. Essentially, it's actually the Arts Council Gallery. It's on Main Street in San Andreas, and right across from the Black Bart Hotel. So if you want to see some manly art.
And don't they also sell tickets for political fundraisers there?
Not anymore.
Sorry for the bad.
Not anymore.
Just kidding. Some of you guys probably going, that idiot.
We'll get some email from that, I tell you. Also, Bear Valley Music Festival is still going on.
Still rolling. And tonight is Joyce Yang and Brandon Yip.
Tonight.
And tomorrow night...
Let's see, I have to get to tomorrow night. Hot Club...
Neil Diamond.
Wait, I'm on the wrong... Oh, there it is. The Neil
Diamond Tribute. Super Diamond.
Super Diamond.
Super Diamond.
That would be actually a really cool show to see.
I know.
If you liked Neil Diamond.
See,
you know.
But due to other scheduling arrangements, I won't be able to go.
Oh, you won't? Too bad. Too bad. That's right. I have those same arrangements, actually. It took a while for that to sink in. Yes, scheduling conflict. Yes, neither one of us will be able to appear at the Neil Diamond tribute. But actually, Saturday is the Children's Day up there, which it's kind of cool. Teddy Bear Picnic. Also, children's concert free at 10 o'clock. Francie Dillon and the Toy Box will be playing. 11 a.m. is the Teddy Bear Picnic. And also 6 p.m. For adults and some children who like the orchestra, Bear Valley Festival Orchestra with Joyce Yang on piano. So that should be quite good.
And they're playing the Appalachian Spring Suite.
Exactly. And Concerto No. 3 and Symphony No. 9, New World by
Dvorak.
Dvorak, is that how you pronounce that?
We haven't had any buffer music in a while, have we?
We haven't. We
need
to do that for you on Monday.
Break out into song, but I wouldn't do that
music.
To you. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. And also, Bear Valley Summer Rec program still going on. Started June 25th and runs for 7 weeks. And Mondays through Thursdays, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And Monday for ages 6 through 16. So that's interesting. Also, Big Tree State Park still has. Come explore with us over the weekend. And they have Junior Rangers program daily at 10 a.m., Junior Cubs program, and guided walking tours through the North Grove. And actually, it's really beautiful up there this time of year at Big Trees.
But I have to be careful what I say because Sarah really skewered me a few weeks ago.
I did? How's that?
You did. Because,
That's right. You don't like the outdoors?
No, I do like the outdoors. But I said it's so pretty up there, it was almost spiritual.
Did I skewer you for that?
Yeah. I mean, it was lampoon.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm still smarting from the abuse.
From the abuse. Oh, yeah, so it's so abused. So abused. Okay, on to the 17th Annual Arts of Bear Valley Summer Show.
Yes. And if Dick James, if you're watching, we will get up there and take photos and do interviews there.
Exactly.
We will.
Exactly. Arts of Bear Valley is an association of more than 35 local artists. And if you get up there to this show, there's some beautiful art up there. So
really
that is something to go and see.
They do a lot of really
11
cool
a.m.
stuff.
to 5 p.m. is when that particular arena is open. And also, there we are, 12th Annual Arts of Bear Valley. It's Bear Valley weekend this weekend.
It is. This is like a 2-week of
program.
Bear Valley stuff.
Exactly. And this is where they teach the kids art.
And I think this is one of the things is say kudos to Ironstone. Because we've said this before, but we haven't said it with the cable lights, is they deliberately try to run a light schedule opposed to the Bear Valley Music Festival. And occasionally, if there's a schedule conflict and they have to run a concert, they will. But I know there's a lot of people in the community really appreciative because it allows
you don't have to choose.
Yeah, it allows for the most part, they may not go completely black, but they try to minimize, and that really... And that's a considerable contribution to the community from, by
omission,
because they cast such a large shadow that
it could be
they could darken lots of things.
Well, a couple of years ago it happened.
Oh, of course.
They had a lot of the big names during the time of the Bear Valley Music Festival, and it certainly had an effect on it.
Sure.
And this year, my understanding is there's more people attending the festival, which could come from a lot of different arenas, but it is certainly a good thing
it's
for
the promotion that we've been doing on the PineTree.net.
That's right. It's us.
It's us. We've been promoting it, and so if you go up there and buy tickets at the Bear Valley Music Festival, tell them you're buying tickets because you saw it on the pine tree.
Exactly.
That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or on cable.
On cable, exactly.
Yes.
But back to the 12th Annual Arts of Bear Valley Annual Summer Children's Art Program, and that is actually a mouthful. It's at the Perry Wather Building every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday during the music festival.
As opposed to the 17th Annual Bear Valley.
That's right.
This is only the 12th annual. Yes.
Class time is 1:30 to 2:30, and there's no charge for lesson or art supplies.
Wow, so it's
that's
free?
for the kids, which is very cool.
And what's the age cutoff? Can you just be a child at heart?
Well, I was wondering that, but I think that they wouldn't let us in.
Let's see, the gray hair, pot belly, and it's not. You're not even youthful appearance.
Elementary age, school age children, so through 6th grade essentially. And then tomorrow, first Fridays in the park at 5:30 p.m. in Murphy's Park, hosted by the Murphy's Community Club, and food and beverages will be available.
They didn't go dark, did they?
No, they did not.
Just kidding.
But it's just the first Friday of every month. That's it. That's it. And as usual, Fresh Fridays market at Utica Park.
Yes.
It's the local farmers market.
And that is really picking up steam.
It is. It is.
Yeah, we haven't shot enough video we went by there and it was getting pretty busy.
Yeah. Yes, it was. Okay, Super Diamond.
Super
and that's
Diamond.
at 7 o'clock.
That is at 7.
And also Murphy's Creek Theater. Voice of the Prairie.
Voice of the Prairie. Mm-hmm. And that's at the Cornelia B. Steveno.
Yes, down there in Murphy's.
Yes.
Grounds open at 6:30. Show starts at 8 p.m.
And if you go, and if you happen to bump into Graham Greene, tell him that the Pine Tree sent you.
That's right. You just sprinkle our name everywhere. That's right.
Yeah. Just kidding.
You just sprinkle our name wherever you can.
But it does help us, because that way if we're trying to,
well,
convince people to advertise with us and things like that. That who? What? Huh?
Exactly. Okay, then. And on to Saturday. Actually, one of the biggest things that's going on Saturday in Arnold. In Arnold. The rummage sale. The rummage sale. Actually, it's not Arnold. It's White Pines.
It's White Pines.
At the White Pines Hall.
This is the Independence Hall.
Mm-hmm. Well, I call it White Pines Hall, but it's Independence
Hall. Yes, Independence Hall. Mm-hmm. See, and this one is actually, the one sometimes in Pennsylvania tries to take first, compete, but this is really Independence Hall.
This is something.
Yes.
I tell you, some of the items that are out there are just amazing. 28th Annual Independence Hall Flea Market. In fact, they have the table set up today, even though it's not opening until Saturday. Saturday and Sunday.
And this is the main fundraiser for the Independence Hall Committee to fund the Independence Hall throughout the year. Mm-hmm. And this is another one of those things that, see, if you're coming to Calaveras County from outside of the county, you'd think a lot of the organizations or facilities like Independence Hall or even the Park in Murphy's or White Pines Park in Arnold, our community are funded by a governmental agency.
No,
they're not.
They're all volunteer.
So Independence Hall is run completely independent, self-funded.
That's right. White Pines is.
And they hold election
Murphy's
debates.
Park. Yes, they do.
And it's used for lots of civic events, but it is a private facility.
Exactly. Completely volunteer.
As is Feeney Park.
Feeney Park is as well, and other parks throughout the county are as well. But what's interesting about this one, if you go, you can find some nice antique furniture.
Right.
And some, regular flea market finds, but also you can find some real treasures there. So it's worth a stop.
It's worth a stop. And also, one of the committee members and one of the guys that works really hard is Joe Aquilina. Mm-hmm. And see, our audience, sometimes we get a little bit nervous because he worked for years and years in network TV. Yeah. So... In fact, one of the days last week when we had a little bit of technical difficulty, he emailed and said, "Hang in there. We know putting out a nightly newscast is not always easy."
Exactly.
It was. Thank you. Yes. And
hopefully our audio is on tonight. Yes.
But you know what happened? Because I was listening to a national talk show today, and they were saying that when they're on the road and doing things like that, They have issues. They have issues.
It's not easy.
And most of my issues are mental. So I don't know what excuse
we don't have a phone call from our producer, so I'm assuming that you can hear us tonight.
So you can actually hear us tonight.
Exactly. Also, obviously, 10 a.m. Free Children's Concert and Teddy Bear Picnic, which we mentioned a little earlier. Murphy's Walking Tour at 10 a.m. too. If you don't have any children, don't want to go up to Bear Valley at that time of the day, Murphy's Walking Tour is a fabulous walking tour that takes you through the town of Murphy's and tells you all sorts of little stories that you may not have heard of about the town. How they used to, during the winter, sled down the middle of Main Street.
They used to walk to school uphill both ways in the snow.
It was something like you would never imagine.
It was amazing.
Yes.
And also a little bit on Murphy's still, is from the Murphy's Business Association meeting that we attended this morning, is one of the things that may be added to the Murphy's calendar next year is a fireman's muster. And they're going to bring in firemen from all over the area, have an old steam-powered, one of the... So that would be fun, because I guess the idea is, and a lot of these are, and actually Columbia's done really well with theirs, but I think it makes it nice, because that way they could do all the events right on Main Street.
They could, and they could just close the town like they do for the Murphy's Irish Days, and that whole... So look for that for next year,
I think the tentative dates are June 21 and 22 or 2020. Okay. That weekend of next year, and it's not a sure thing yet, but that was one of the presentations made.
Yes.
So it should be kind of a fun thing.
And another, that could be an annual event, but actual annual event, 14th Annual Cajun Fest.
The Cajun Fest.
Which is put on by the Arts Council. Calaveras County Arts Council is one of their main fundraisers. Is actually taking place on Saturday night. 5 p.m. is when doors open, 5 to 10. And it is at the Pioneer Hotel at Sheep Ranch.
Yes, they're going to open up the old Sheep Ranch. Now, a lot of these little towns are fascinating because they used to have a pretty big population during the Gold Rush era. So, now has anybody ever gone back and looked to see, was that the total population of Calaveras County in the Gold Rush era? Was it more than it is now?
I think it was more than it is now, but I've never looked at that.
Yeah, I've never looked at that. If you look at what Angels Camp was, Sheep Ranch.
Oh, Angels Camp was huge.
Yeah.
It was huge. In fact, the Utica Hotel had the first baby grand piano in California.
Interesting.
The very first one came into the Utica Hotel in California, in Angels Camp. It came through San Francisco.
Wow.
Did not stop in San Francisco. It actually came through to the Utica Hotel.
Interesting.
So there's a little piece of history for you right
there. We'll have to dig that up. It'd be interesting to see if the population was actually more than. We're talking about all this growth and impact on roads and everything else. I mean,
they just had dirt tracks then.
Yeah, I mean, it's if you want to add another lane, you just spread out a little bit, right?
Exactly. Yeah,
run more wagons wide.
That's right.
That's right. 4 wagons wide, just.
And we better get going, or else we'll never get to Sunday. 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock on Saturday night. Cedar Center Live presents Delta News from 6 to 8 p.m. at the amphitheater out there, free admission.
And this is a great band. I heard some clips from what they've done, and they do a really, really nice job. So, and also on Saturday.
Second annual Calaveras
Wine and Poker Run. Woo-hoo! CalaverasPokerRun.com. CalaverasWinePokerRun.com if you want to get more information. For rules and everything, tickets are $50 per person. Live music presented by Blue Shoes. Dinner catered by Alchemy and Alchemy Market and Wine Bar. Bryce Station. Brole Mountain Vineyards, Chatham Vineyards, Indian Rock Vineyards, Irish Vineyards, Twisted Oak Winery, and Zucca Mountain Vineyards.
Okay, but it's actually at Indian Rock, right?
I believe so.
Okay.
Well, let me look at we have a poster on our front page.
Okay, you better look at that poster.
You better go look at the poster.
Because even though it's sponsored by all those wineries, we need to tell people exactly what it is.
Well, I think in the Poker Run, you have to visit them all and
you do? Is that how that works?
Yeah, I think there's...
Okay, all right.
There is a...
Shows you what I know about a Poker Run.
And the grand prize is the Black Bear Inn Bed and Breakfast, a 2-night stay.
Very nice. That is a very nice inn.
Stagecoach limousine.
Very nice.
There we go.
Okay.
And it is at, well, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. It's all over the county.
It's all over that.
Very nice. And Sunday, actually, Independence Hall flea market's still going on. And 9:45 a.m. guided wildflower hike up in Bear Valley.
So if you're in that musical, lyrical mode and you want to extend the experience into flowers,
that's right.
You can go.
That would be it. That would be what you can do.
Wandering amongst the fields of green.
Or it's not really. Actually, it is green up there.
It is green up there.
I was thinking to myself, it's not really green, but it is green.
It is green up there.
It is green up there. 10 a.m. Mountain Growers Farmers Market in Arnold. So there's a farmers market Friday in Angels Camp.
Yep.
And Sunday in Arnold.
Sunday in Arnold.
So if you miss the one, you can hit the other. And that's at Cedar Center. And let's see what else we have going on.
And go back, and after you've done that, go back to the Independence Hall Flea Market.
That's right.
Now, calling this the flea market, we have some video if you scroll down. If you go to thepinetree.net, I guess we have to remember we're talking to two distinct audiences.
Exactly.
Because we assume that if you're watching us online, you're already on the site.
Yes.
So, all right. So if you're watching us on Comcast and you haven't visited the site, go to thepinetree.net, and we've got lots of additional information. Now, on the Independence Hall Flea Market, we took some video last year.
Exactly. Give you a little feel, a little taste of what it's actually
of all the people streaming in. People literally line up hundreds deep to be the first in. It's quite
a sight, actually.
It is, because we actually snuck in, and they were actually fairly reticent about even letting us in early. We had to say, no, we're members of the press. We're going to try to film them coming in.
Did you flash your press pass?
No, I don't think I even had one.
I did have one.
Yeah, so it was. So then we had to sweet talk our way in, then turn up a little camera and watch the people stream in. So if you want to go down and look at that, if you want to stream some video of them streaming in.
Must be weather time.
Must be
weather time. Okay. Weather. Okay, Arnold, weather. It's a little cooler. Friday, sunny, a high of 93 degrees. Saturday, sunny with a high of 91. And Sunday, ooh, much cooler, 86 degrees.
86, we're going to have a cooling trend.
Looking nice. And Bear Valley weather, 81 degrees on Friday. And Saturday, 79 degrees. Sunday, 77 degrees, a high of 77 degrees. So that should be very, very nice. If it's a little too hot for you in Arnold, just go a little further up the hill. It'll be a few degrees cooler.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about this area, because if you want a change of weather, just drive.
Go further up the hill.
Yeah, just further up the hill or down the hill.
Or you can even go past Bear Valley, go to Lake Alpine, go to Mosquito Lake, see some go to Hermit Valley, beautiful countryside, forest terrain. Okay, Murphy's weather. Very hot. Friday, 102 degrees. Saturday, 100 degrees, although Sunday is just a little toasty 93 degrees.
Wow. Bangor weather for our viewer in Bangor, Maine.
But we have to do Angels Camp first.
Oh, sorry. Angels Camp / San Andreas / Valley Springs / Copper.
Although I would imagine Valley Springs and Copper are a little warmer. I imagine so. But anyway, Angels Camp / San Andreas, they're on the same sort of geographical plane there. 98 degrees on Friday, Saturday 96 degrees, and Sunday at 89 degrees. And you are looking for
We're doing Copperopolis,
Valley Springs.
Just to be sure. Yep, okay. 102 today, 102 tomorrow, 98 on Saturday, and 92 on Sunday.
Just a little warmer,
Just a touch.
And our Bangor, Maine people.
Bangor, Maine.
While he's looking for that.
Bangor, Maine is 90 degrees today. Ooh, that's a little warm for Bangor, Maine.
That is a little warm.
87 tomorrow, and thunder and lightning, so you don't want to set the lobster pots tomorrow, because if you have your rig up there, it's not a good idea. No lightning on Saturday, 84 and 81 on Sunday.
Yes. So they have sort of the same little downtrend that we do, actually.
So are you going up to Bear Valley this weekend at all?
I was thinking about it. I was thinking about taking my son to the Teddy Bear Tea.
Checking Teddy Bear Tea. Yeah.
So we may do that. We may do that. So maybe I'll see you up there if I go.
And let's see. I guess we should thank you for stopping by. We really appreciate it. I think as we go forward, we'll get things smoothed
even
out
more
technically.
smoothed out, exactly.
So,
and you can hear us tonight, which is definitely an improvement over last night.
Yes.
And remember, there's a lot of things to do in Calaveras County over the weekend.
There are.
Even if you want to just come and relax, that's fine too.
And should we mention anything about scheduling stuff? I guess one of the interesting things is if you couldn't get enough of us now,
that's right.
We're going to be on at 10 o'clock as well on Channel 7.
Absolutely.
And anytime you want to watch us again, you can always just go to thepinetree.net and click play.
Exactly.
And
that's
all you have to do.
If you'd like to.
And that may be a big assumption.
That is.
Yes.
That could be. That could be. And also what we did not mention is that Jenny Baxter has new recipes on the site.
They are some very good ones from a trip to Wyoming, right?
That's right. She went to, I believe, Jackson Hole, Wyoming, and she brought home some very interesting recipes for all of us to try. And it's worth a little gander at those recipes.
And I guess is a little parting thing, or thoughts and prayers with the people in the Minneapolis area, because that is dominating the news and the nature of the web. There may be even some people in that area watching tonight, and
so we're thinking about you. Okay. Well, have a good weekend. Have a good weekend, John.
I will.
And you have a good weekend, too. And thanks for joining us.
And let's see. They may be leaving us, or should we banter about something, or they leave already?
I think they've left. So we're just going to say good night.
So we're going to drive them away, even if they haven't left yet.
Right.
They're like, oh, man, we're done.
And you can watch us banter a little bit. Ooh, banter.
Ooh, I was looking at national news. I guess a veteran... did you see that in Oakland?
Let me see.
There was a veteran journalist was fatally shot in downtown Oakland last night. That's...
I tell you, journalists and politicians are not doing too well right now.
Well. I mean, that's just... Anyway. Not good at all.
Yep, there's a lot of bad feeling, actually, towards journalists and politicians.
So that means people don't like us? Or do we qualify as journalists?
I don't know if we qualify. I'm not too sure.
That we qualify as real journalists?
Well, we probably do.
You think so?
I think so.
I think so.
I think so.
Well, I guess we'll leave that to
we'll leave it up to you. Okay.
But thank you very much for joining us, and we will see you again tomorrow night. Tomorrow night's will probably be a replay.
It's a replay
of the same exciting show because it's our weekend update edition. But we'll be back on Monday with a fresh and exciting new segment for you.
Exactly. So have a good weekend.
Good night.
Good night.